Hello everyone, it's Andrew from Gem TCG here, and in today's video, I'll be talking about whether or not you should join TCGplayer Pro and the benefits that come with it, the different fee structure, and also how to get to that level if you want to become a pro seller. And if you need help starting and growing your eBay or TCG Player stores, I have a Patreon with a link in the description. But let's get over to TCG Player and see what the benefits are. So when you go to this website or like this page, the TCG Player fees page, you'll see that there's a bunch of different fee types for like different types of sellers. And what you'll see is this marketplace seller pro non-direct account. So what that means is you're a pro seller, but you're not a direct seller. And direct seller is a completely different thing, and I will probably talk about that in a different video. But basically, the marketplace seller is the default setting. So everyone is a marketplace seller. You start at level 1, you can go all the way up to level 4. And the fee structure is 10.25%. And then you have a domestic PayPal processing fee of 2.5% plus 30 cents. So that's that. And then if you become a pro seller, you get a 9.25% like marketplace commission fee, and then a 2.5% pro fee, and then the same PayPal fee. So the question I am not completely sure about is, does that mean it's 9.25% plus 2.5% on everything? Or is it 9.25% with a 2.5% fee only on your pro website? And I'll show you what that looks like later, because that is a big difference. If you could sell things to your own audience and you only pay a 2.5% fee, that's awesome. And getting a discount on the regular fee is another great benefit because 1% does add up, and it's just, yeah, it's great to have. These other ones are all kind of different. They're like, this one's Crystal Commerce, Binder POS. Those are all different things, and then direct seller is another thing. So I won't get into that. And then these are the pro website fees. So that 2.5%, like I talked about before. If you get an in-store pickup, you have no fees besides the PayPal fee. And then kiosk order, same thing, no fees at all, which is probably because it's like cash. You don't need a credit card for that. So that's that. And then I will show you all what the pro website looks like as well next. So let's get over to that one. Actually, before we get into that part, I would just want to show you guys the other benefits that come with it. So one great thing is quick list. So it's like a scanning tool where you just scan the card, similar to how the phone works. You can have an actual machine for it, and you scan the card. It makes like a CSV file with all the things that you scanned. You can directly import that to your store, and it just updates everything. I believe you need to have a PC for that. I don't think it works on Mac, or at least when I checked, it didn't work on Mac. And then the mass price tool, I showed that in a previous video. And honestly, this is the best tool that I use. It automates all of my pricing so that I never have a underpriced card or way too overpriced card, because that does hurt your sales. And by having your market price updated, every day, you are getting a lot more sales and a lot more like traction with your listings too. So this is a crucial tool that I think every TCG player seller should have, because if you're like me, for example, I have around 12,000 cards listed on TCG Player. If I were to go in manually and update those cards one by one, it would be insanely long. So I don't like, there's really no good solution besides this one. And I could show you more as well on the benefits of that. Then the other one, I made another video about this, is the scan and identify tool. It's similar to the quick list, but you do it directly on the TCG Player seller dashboard. You just scan the cards, it recognizes them, and then you could import it to your inventory, and then it just gets listed from there. Another great tool to have. It saves you a lot of time if you're listing a bunch of cards, and you don't have to do a lot of manual work. You just have to scan it, and then it recognizes the cards, and then you upload it. So that's great. So these are the three big things, and then I will show you the TCG Player Pro website that you get as a benefit, and that will be right here. So I just reactivated this. I realized I didn't even have one active, but basically what it is it makes a kind of like a your own website, like your own TCG Player website for just your inventory. So I'll show you right here. It's gemtcg.tcgplayerpro.com. So ignore this email. That's an old email that I used to run by Kicks and Cards. That used to be my name, but now I'm gemtcg. And right here, I set up all these columns or like different groups, different categories because these are the three products I was selling at the time. And what it does is it shows all of your inventory. So let's say someone was wanting to buy from me and they wanted to buy Surging Sparks cards. They would click here and they'll see all the Surging Sparks that I have. So right here I have 11 cards. The most I have from an actual set would be Generations. So like it just shows everything. And it's really cool because if you have an audience, you can share this with them and then they could buy directly from you without having to go to TCG Player. And then another great thing is if that 2.5% thing is true and it's that's the only fee, then you'll be saving a lot on fees if you have that audience. And then this is what it looks like if they wanted to buy. So let's say they see this Pikachu. I have 7 available. They just add it to the cart and then it shows up right here. Shopping cart for Gem TCG. They could check out. I don't want to click that button because it might show some like personal information, but that's basically how it works. And like, let's say they wanted to just find other cards, they could just search it up here, and then they'll find my. Oh, that's not even. That's because there's a Charizard stamp. But let's look at something more accurate. Vaporeon. They'll find it. So it's a really cool thing to have. Obviously, if you don't have an audience, there's really no big benefit to this that I could think of at least. Because I don't see why people would just like randomly look up gemtcg.tcgplayer.com. Uh, and then the scan and identify tool. Actually, before I get to that, let me show you another thing. So you could also, like right here, I put my name, logo, fave icon, your color. You could put your social media links, and then you could also put content. So you could add a buy list, some events, standard page. What does that look like? So you could just have like a random content page. Okay, I don't mean to create that, but then also right here, as you can see, is where my category pages are for the different products. So if you're selling a bunch of products, you can add, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, anything you want. And it's honestly a really cool feature. But that's that. So I'll go on to the next tool that you get, the scan and identify. So what I've showed it before, but I will try to show it again. I have some pictures scanned for some cards that I was about to list on eBay, but I will try to do it right now. So you just click on this add scan. So, oh, they added some more. They have One Piece and Disney Lorcana now. So that's good. You just go here. I have all of these. Let me just like select a few. And then you click next. Condition, I'll just say near mint. That's a tough one. This printing one, you need to make sure you're doing all in the same condition and same rarity because if you're doing like 5 hollows and then 5 non-hollows, could get a little bit confusing. So do all the same types of rarities at once or same types of printing, I guess. And right here, 10 files scanned. All of them are a good confidence, which means they most likely are correct. And as you can see with the descriptions, they are correct. Like X Maniac, Archie's Ace in the Hole, Manaphy, all of them are good. It has everything correct. And then you just go and you do this, or you select all, push to inventory. I'm not going to do that right now because these are going on my eBay store, but I just wanted to show you guys how it is for this. And it's just super quick. You don't have to search up cards or manually enter in everything because it can be pretty tedious. And I personally think this is a great tool. And then the last part I will show you all is the mass price tool. This is my favorite part, and it's the entire reason why I joined TCGplayer Pro. If you want to see how I set these up, check out my TCGplayer mass price video. I show exactly like how it works and how to set it up. But basically, what it does is you make these rules, and then it basically selects all of the cards in your inventory for certain categories. Like you've picked the condition and the criteria, and you can give a floor price, like a minimum price, and then also where to track that card. So let's say you had it like a floor price of 25 cents and the market price was 40 cents. If that market price maybe increases to $2, your card will increase to $2 and it's automatic. And then let's say it dropped to below your minimum price and it was like a 10-cent card now. Your price will stay at that minimum of 25 cents. So no matter what, you won't go into situations where, you're selling like one patron actually had an issue where they sold 100 cards for a penny each. And after shipping and fees, you basically lose money. So you won't run into issues like that. So it's very helpful for that. And like even here in this message log, this has been a thing in my store for like, I think like 2 or 3 years now. And it just updates so many cards. Like if you just let's look at a big one. This light play to damage Pokemon cards. So it shows you all the cards that have been updated. So like Snorlax went down $1.11. Full Heal Energy went down 98 cents. And it just, makes those changes. You don't have to worry about it. And then you always get more sales because your pricing is always relevant to what the market is. And yeah, that's about it. In my opinion, I think it's completely worth it. Even if I was incorrect about this thing, with me thinking that it's just 9.25%, even if it is, 11.75%, it's only a 1.5% difference. But for all those benefits that you get from it, I think it's extremely worth it. And you will definitely make your money back from the fees because you will be making a lot more sales. You have a lot more customizability, and you get this mass price, you get the scan and identify, you get the website if you have an audience. So it's a really great thing to have, I think. And if you guys need help setting that up, please let me know and I'll be happy to help. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.